Hello everyone, welcome back. So imagine you are building a real startup apps, login system, payments, notifications, dashboards, and everything is inside one files, like 10k lines, bugs everywhere, team fighting over the code. That is here when developers said we need structures and booms, JavaScript modules were born. So the question is, what are modules? Modules, it is equal to independent file that can share code safely. Export, you send code out. Import, bring code in. So here we have the example for you. Here a modern source app. Here let's build a startup dashboard app and we split features like real companies. That is utils, APIs, UI, main.js files. So you need to create all that files with me inside JavaScript. This is here inside JavaScript files. You have to import create this util.js files, copy it, then inside JavaScript create a new file. This is utils, make sure that, then api.js files. In these files just create all that files with me, new files, api.js files. Okay, then similarly ui.js files. Here you have to copy it, just create inside JavaScript new file, ui.js files. Then next and last one, main.js files. So you have to create a new file, main.js files. Got it? So this is here we have how many files now? That is the main.js file, pay.js files, utils.js files, ui.js files. So here main.js file is a boss, and then api.js it is a data provider, then utils it is a helper function, designer UI, then utils, then we have API, then main files. This is API files and then main.js files. Okay, that is fine. Then first thing here, let's create utility modules inside utils.js files. So we have the API files, main.js files, then here inside utils.js files, inside here export functions. Here is a format currency. Got it? And then inside here you will write in the amount. And then you have to return what? Just here dollars. It is amount to fixed. Inside it here your values convert to the dollar format. Then here generate the random ID for it. Here I'm just creating two functions inside it here. Here export functions. It is generate IDs functions. Inside here you have to return math dot random functions dot to strings. Then it is service strings what 2 to 9. Okay, so this files is like a toolbox. We will import, we have to function format currency and generate IDs, this one, and then go inside API modules, API files. This is here api.js files, and then here also inside it we have a function, simple functions, export async, then functions. This one not, let me remove all it. Export async function get user. Then inside it here you have to return that what? ID 1 name. It is Rahul. and then it is a balance. It is 255. This one, okay. This is your backend connections layer. Then your UI, your UI.js file. We have API files, main.js files. Then here UI.js files. Here we have the UI. So inside it here we have the UI model. So import your file. Import what? Format currency from the utils files. Here this is util.js files. We have this one. I am importing these functions. Got it? Here this in this file we have two functions. That is a format currency and then generate IDs. So you have to import inside UI.js files. Then here render user data on the screen. So it is export function render user, and inside it here we have the user. Then console dot logs inside here user, then user dot name. Got it? Then format balance before showing it. Console logs and then write balance. Then this is what here format currency inside it here put user dot balance. This is here. Got it? Here export function render user users console.log user.name console.log balance format currency user.balance. Okay, we are using the module inside modules. This is utils files. This is one modules. Okay, modules means what? It is a simple file. Okay, modules means files. This utils.js you have to import inside it UI.js files. This is your format currency. You have to use it, and then here it is user.name. So now here that is your main files. Inside main file you have to import your APIs and then UI. So this is the main files. Here import your APIs. Here get data. Import get users from /API. Okay, API.js. The next here show the data render users. Import not modules. Import, and this is here it is render user from ./UI.js files. Then you have async function. This async function start f. This is a function you have to execute. Const user is equal to await get users. Then here what you have render users, and then inside user you have to display it, and then you have to execute net files. Copy it, paste it here. Got it? So you know this is from the API. This is a get user. In this API files we have get user this function, and inside it what we have IDs, the name and balance. This one. So here awaiting get dot user means you got your data. Here this one, this ID name balance we have in these files here in the user, and then we have to pass this function render user pass in the user's data. I mean this one here, this data here I am going to pass in this function render users as a user inside UI.js files. So we have the here UI.js files, this one, and you got it your user. You know from where you got user, from this files render user, and this user you got inside UI.js files here. Then you have to access user.name, then user.balance. Now that is fine. So here let me execute that file so that you will understand the things. Here let me see else everything, and then just note it is the main file. Okay, issue with something. This is the utils.js file. Just I mean issue with something import how to import. You have to write .js files. It is this one UI here .js. This is simple mistake that I made. And then get users does not provide an export named get users. Okay, here get user inside API something. This is inside API.js files. Here we have already that get users. You have to export UI.js files, import and then export in this one. Utils. And this is UI.js files export function render users. Then inside API we have all that. Here export string function get user, then inside return ID name balance. It is also fine. Then export functions. Here you have to close the necessary files. Okay, so let me see else. Then no, here the requested module API.js does not provide an export named get users. Okay, this is capital I think. Here you see this one, and then execute net files. You see here user Rahul and then balance in this one from main files. In this one render user, and then in these files here you have to just console.log in the terminals. So now here you have to check, okay, what here inside utils.js files. So you have to check what here. If you create a function, not a function, it is a variable. Now inside utils.js file create const, it is secret, and then it is equal to hidden. Okay, then here what happened, you have to just export two files, okay, two functions. So that's why here you are only able to here you have to get only that functions are here, that functions this format currency inside UI.js files. But you see here this one here const secret hidden, here you have not yet exported, so that's why it is not accessible outside. So modules are scoped, I mean private. This is here, write in the comment modules here or scoped. Got it? Here only exported things are visible. Then strict mode by default, here modules automatically use the use strict. This is here, it is a use strict. Okay, safe code, no accidental globals. Then how to import your named export multiple tools. So here I'm talking about here named export, how you can we have how much files. Let me check it here API, and then here let me create one more file here, new file, it is auth.js files. Then inside here you can export function login. Then inside it is then similarly it is what export functions log out, this one. Got it here. And then how you can import here, it is just what it is named export functions. I mean here this is a method named export, this is comment, this is the named export. Suppose here in this file auth.js file you created two functions login and logout, and you have to just export functions, and your functions name this one. So here you can import in any file these two functions. Here suppose I am going to use inside a main.js file. So how you can import, you have to import this here. It is very simple to import. Here it is log out, then log in from /auth.js files. So this is what here This is named export here. This is export functions name here. This is login. In logout with the name of you have to import inside main.js files. Okay, and we have another one that is a default export, and we have another one that is a default export. Default export, this is named export, and then this is your default export here. Here in default to export, how you have to just write your functions here. You see here export default, you have to write default keyword and then functions, and then to the login user, it is functions name inside console.log till right here login. So how you can import this default export, and this is a named export. You see here we don't have default keyword, so that's why it is named export, and then this is your default. Here you use default. So how you can import this default export inside a main.js file or any file? It is simple. Here you have to import login from /auth.js files. So here what is the meaning? Here name can change this files auth.js files. Here you can change the name. Here no need to write in this login user name in this one here, like login. Here you can change the name. You can write anything and just use in any files. It is a default export. Got it? Here name can be changed here. This one here you can write in the comment inside, like inside it here. Just here write name can be changed. Okay, so this is here. This one here name can changed. Got it? So here how you can import your named export and then your default exports. And then here you can rename imports. Okay, it is a trick how you can suppose this one in any files. Here this is a format currency, so you can rename this here if you want. Okay, this is named export, and then I'm going to rename this here, paste it, and then you have to just use as keyword, and then you write here money. Got it? And then you have to use here as a money. It is a rename your functions here, rename, and you can use it. That is fine. That is fine, guys. Okay, so it is a rename. Okay, rename import, right? The comment here, it is a rename import this one as money. Here you can write anything. It is totally depend on you. You can write A or B or C. Okay, it is totally depend on you. Then how you can import everything, it is a very advanced. Okay, from utils file. Suppose here in this file you see here we have a lot of, we have 3 functions and this is 1 variable. So how here you can import everything, and it is a very simple as utils and then secret here in this file. Suppose in this utils we have all these 3, and then here in the main files here you have to import your utils, import not modules, import. Here you have to use a strict keyword. Okay, here a strict, then as is a utils from /utils.js files, this one. And now in this files, suppose here I want this here, what we want, console.logs, it is a utils dot, and you see here like generate IDs. I want generate ID, you have to execute, and then you will see here the ID also. This one here, let me execute, and then why what login has already been declared. I know that some in any files I have imported 2 times. This one here, this is login, also this is login, so that's caused this. So that's why I am going to comment and then again execute net files, and you see your IDs. Okay, it is very simple to understand. This one here, right, the here generated ID message and again you have to export your files, and you see generated ID in this one. Got it? So that is all about your import, how to import all the things here. Before modules, here what happened guys, everything is global. Like here is a before modules, this one. Let me comment, and then here write where user is equal to what is raw, then where it is user it is equal to Amit. So here you see what here it is a conflict, okay, because everything is a global, but after module you have to save and isolate it. Here you have to use the const here export const users, and then it is Rahul. Okay, here it is all about your modules. This is after modules. Got it? So modules are like a startup team. Each person has a role, each file has responsibilities, and when everything work together, you do not just build apps, you build the products. Got it? Here I hope you understand everything about how to import and export, renames your files, then default export, named export, strict mode by defaults, and then modules are scoped. Got it? How to import in the files, creating the multiple files and import in like this API files or files. You have to import inside the main.js files, or in this file ui.js files. How to rename this here, and this is users.js files. You have to how to export your files. Okay, so you have to understand all these things here. JavaScript series completed successfully from variable function async await fetch API all the way to modules. You have officially completed the JavaScript journey. Now you understand how modern JavaScript really works behind real world applications. So next tutorial series TypeScript. We will learn what is TypeScript, why developers love it, types and interfaces, function with types, arrays, object, type safety, generics, API with TypeScript, React with TypeScript. Here JavaScript taught us how to build things, but TypeScript teaches us how to build them professionally. So get ready, because the next level of web development is start now. I will see you in the TypeScript.